Welcome in the Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
And I'm Andy, the King of Pennants.
But Andy, I will say you have a new nickname as coined by none other than our friend, the friend of the channel, friend of everything we do, Hawkeye Mike.
Oh yeah?
He renamed you. No longer King of the Pennants. This is more, is it alliterative? Alliterative? Is that the phrasing that I'm using properly?
We'll see if I allow this.
The Pauper of Pennants.
I love it.
Pennants. I love it. I love it. What do you think, Shane? Shane's in the house, in the chat, members of the chat, member of the channel.
How can I be the pauper? I'm the one that's selling all the higher end pennants, really.
Yeah. What's up, Hawkeye Mike? With that, all credit goes to Hawkeye Mike, but I jumped all over it. Mark is in the house. How's it going, Mark? So we're back to a sports draft this week. Last week we did, was it Matt Damon movies?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll show what we drafted last week shortly, but we decided to do. Oh, there we go. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the King and the Pauper, right? Right, Dan, the Jester of Pennants. I like it. It does have a jestery kind of look to it.
Well, I am the funny one, so that's true.
Get the hell out of here. Come on, Dan. What was I like cracking everyone up over on our Dib Dick Cards show a little bit ago?
A lot of the time he cracks people up, but it's not intentional. It's just kind of like, he just does it.
Did you see the last week's episode of the Reseller Island Podcast, Andy?
I didn't see that. I saw who was on, but I didn't get to watch it yet. So.
Good friend. Yeah. Well, Dan, it's Shane, me, and Dan and the men. Jake was indisposed this past week, so we. If you watch the channel, you know what we're talking about. You got to watch the episode. So it was good. It was a great episode. Very funny. But yeah, back to sports. We decided to do. He was an island boy. He was an island boy for a week.
Did you guys all kiss? That's what the island boys do, right? Isn't that? Don't they have like a? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about the island boys, to be honest.
You gotta catch up. Get up to speed, bro.
Yeah, you got to. Maybe I shouldn't be caught up to speed, so I don't want to know. So we're doing the most embarrassing or bizarre injuries. Don't have to be on field. They're sports injuries, but not necessarily on field injuries. Not all of them. They can be, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's sports players that got injured and subsequently got, taken out of service, right? That's essentially what happened.
Yeah, in some fashion. Yeah. So, did you like the thumbnail, Andy?
Yeah, I know. Why is my junk in the issue?
Did you see how scrawny that dude was?
No, I didn't really notice that.
His legs were like twigs. He was so scrawny.
Not really floppers.
Not floppers. Yeah, I hate a flopper.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, for example.
That was what we called Keith's first girlfriend. Floppers.
God, I don't even know what that even means. Is that where you moved away from my high school nickname to my ex-girlfriends?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, more like you'll see where we're going with it, Mike. It's more just embarrassing injuries, like getting hurt in weird fashions that are somewhat comical.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
That's right. If you want to call me the pauper, I'll call you Mr. Floppers.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, regarding the injuries or regarding the floppers, Dan?
I just think that's a good word, honestly. It's a fun word to say. There's a bunch of different things. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I took this the wrong way. We'll see how it goes with our injuries, but yeah.
Vintage sport flops.
Whoa,
yeah,
there we go.
That's good. That's it.
Vintage.
That could be a good segment for like a terrible sale of the week. Like
floppers. Yeah.
Vintage sport flops. Like, for example, when I sold Shane a Purdue pennant and then couldn't find it.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I sent him a different pennant, different Purdue one, and full refund as well. So
or when he bought something from you on DibDit or something like that, and then sold it for like 100 times what he bought it for.
No, that I have no issue. That's fine. That's what the district's all about. Whether he did the cards.
I'm saying that was like, yeah.
I mean, that was a frequent occurrence over there.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying like that's a flop on your end. Like he could have sold for more. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, not a flop. Okay. I want to give the deals out. I want people coming back to get the deals, Andy. Okay. I don't have to eke every cent out of every item. If I sell for $2 and Shane sells it for $400, I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
That's the first time, Andy. Maybe not the pauper of Pennants over there.
No.
For whatever hell I am.
Mr. Floppers, it's fine.
All right, so let's show what we did last week. And as we did last week, we're going to let the chat vote real time to see who won this draft. And as we said last weekend, it didn't happen. But if you feel strongly that either Andy did much better and you want to help ensure a win, Super Chat is 3 votes. 3 votes.
Yeah, he's getting bad. He's turning into a used car salesman.
It's out there for you. So let me present a camera, share a screen here.
Dan, what have you been buying? You've been buying a lot of like old stuff, new stuff. What are you into now? Okay. Ooh, in and out there.
There we go. I'm trying to get rid of the stuff on the end. Let's see. Can I make this full screen? Maybe not.
That's dangerous.
Let me try this. Oh, nope. That's better. That's better.
Oh, okay.
All right. So here we got it. So I drafted, this was Matt Damon movies we drafted. I drafted Rounders, The Departed, The Martian, Stuck on You, Oppenheimer. Andy went Good Will Hunting, Saving Private Ryan. Let's say Private Ryan, Born Identity, Dogma, Ocean's 11 were Andy's picks. So let us know in the chat who did better. And if you feel strong, you know what to do.
Jeez, it's really playing that
Rob
out.
G, how's it going, Rob G? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, man.
Okay. So it's 50-50 on that. Okay. Yeah, I think we did pretty wide.
Yeah, this is good draft.
I like all of Keith's movies. I don't remember Stuck on You being my favorite movie, but
it's fun.
The rest were certainly very good. I mean, we got to the end too. Like the end wasn't exactly like chock full, but
yeah.
Okay.
We know a lot of the actors we've done so far.
No, Dan, you have to own your vote. That's true. Yeah. Can you do a poll in this or not?
We can try to figure out if we can. That's a good question.
On the fly polling?
I don't think you can, but maybe yes, He Stuck on You was great. It was awesome, man. Just the premise is so hilarious.
I don't remember. Yeah, I kind of remember it a little bit.
And the fact that it's Matt Damon, who's 20 years younger than Greg Kinnear. I mean, that in itself makes it.
Monday drafted it.
Somehow, they did. So. Huh.
Okay, so maybe there's a. Oh, well, maybe we'll have to figure that out. Yeah.
Maybe I'll give that job to Andy since he doesn't really have much jobs in this podcast. I mean, you have a real job. You do a lot.
Also not getting paid, so.
It's true. What doesn't mean it's volunteer
work. A good job technically has to be. I think you get paid for it. So
no volunteer work. That's a job. That's
not a job. That's called volunteer work. It's not a job.
Work is in the word. I'm googling it right now.
What do you say? You're googling if what I'm doing.
No, is volunteer work a job?
I don't know that.
Not legally considered employment. Whatever.
There you go.
Whatever, Google.
It's mandatory volunteering. Well, I don't know if it's mandatory, but yes, it is volunteering on my end for sure. Yeah, Dan, I think, like I said, I think we were pretty good. I mean, I really like my first two. I liked his first two internship.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't see a lot of growth in this position. So I don't know that I want to intern here and then move to another podcast. Is that what I do?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you could do that.
All right. So we can't figure it. So if you
maybe it's worthy of a draw because this is a good one. This was a pretty even draw.
I think we're pretty close in the draw on this one. Well, how about this? Next week we'll have we'll figure out a way to do this. And we'll see if we can post I don't know how to do it, but we'll figure out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Or if you want to, we'll discuss it. Yeah.
And if Keith wants to hawk his $3 votes, you can find a way to do that. Oh,
who's the king, Dan? This is the pauper of Pennants.
No. Do you want to go with the king or do you want to go with floppers? It's up to you.
All right. Well, that's what we did. Let's pull that down.
It looks like Dan's the only one that voted, so I guess technically I won. So that's.
I mean, but Shane has been busting out stuck on you quotes the whole time, so I think that's pretty much a vote.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, all right, we'll call it a draw this week.
Yeah, it's
next week. We'll have an in-person, hopefully.
Oh, Shane wins. Oh, Shane, thank you very much, Shane.
Shane was. Okay. Yeah, we didn't account for that. Voting for himself is.
So Shane wins the week then. Shane wins.
We have to put a little asterisk, and I guess on
that's
on episode whatever episode we're on.
We don't get a tie. We get nothing.
Yeah, episode 72, the Shane win.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Great job, Shane.
Good work, Shane.
You never.
All right.
You never cease to amaze me with your skills.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was impressive.
Did not see that coming. It was well done. Well played.
Thanks, Dan. Well deserved. I like it.
He had no videos, but he still won. That's the way to do it.
Shane,
that's what people are going to do. They're just going to vote for themselves.
Yeah, it's all right.
We don't technically give ourselves a prize, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But,
yeah. Shane, by the way, I tried to get in your live and I got in just as you ended it. I typed in the chat, but your song was on. I guess you ended it a little bit early on Monday night. All right. So we're doing most bizarre, most embarrassing sports injuries. So let me get the wheel.
Do you want to do the little this?
It's a segment.
That's a segment?
That's a segment.
I thought it'd be an initial segment. Okay.
No, we're gonna go with the same.
All right.
Here we go. Let's see who drafts first.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with it. There's a lot of good ones, and I think there's two top ones in my opinion. I don't know if you'll take them, but
I got to delete the board here from the. From Matt Damon real fast. All right. So I created a list, but I didn't rank this list at all.
I usually don't ever rank the list. I just kind of go with what.
Really?
Go with what I'm feeling.
I like to rank it, but then I don't even go with my ranking most of the time.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna go.
It's so true, Dan. In 1847, he suffered from typhoid, and
all right, I'm gonna go with an on-field injury because I feel like the on-field injuries, when they're embarrassing enough, they're gonna jump ahead because they're in front of the world, right?
Sure.
Nobody's seen these guys in their house, what they're doing to themselves.
That's a good point.
But everybody saw. I mean, Andy's thumbnail looked like this guy, twiggy-legged kicker, Bill Gramatica, not Martin Gramatica, even a better name than his brother Bill.
Right.
Bill Gramatica kicked like a short field goal in the first quarter, jumped up like a ballerina, like pirouette in the air.
He had some decent ups, I think.
He did. He got some ups, but he didn't come down as that great.
He had some good ups, but he needed to work on his downs.
Towards the ACL as soon as he landed, gone for the season. I mean, that's a pretty bad way to tear an ACL after like a pretty meaningless kick.
That was almost. I mean, I would say this is not an embarrassing injury, but maybe it's even on your list. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even say it. You probably want to bring it up, but I'll say it anyway. But what the San Francisco game is that? Would you have considered that embarrassing? When was it Greenlaw tore his ACL by running out of the field? You remember that?
No, I do remember that. But that's
that's not embarrassing. I don't think.
Yeah, it's not as embarrassing.
I just thought you would bring that up because it was a slight against the 49ers.
Yeah, maybe I would. He's always right.
Yeah, he is
fragile. The whole team is fragile. Debo.
Okay. All right. That's a good pick. That was one of my top two. I would say would be on the list. I'm going to also go in the same vein as an on the field injury. And honestly, it's kind of very similar in terms of it's an injury for celebrating essentially. And that would be Gus Frerotte when he goes in the end zone, headbutts what he thought, I guess, was a padded thing. I guess maybe there was some padding, and gives himself a concussion. So, I mean, it's just, I think it may have been worse than a concussion too. I think
it was like a neck sprain. neck sprain.
He was out for a while though, and that's, I mean, those two I think were really on my all-time list of like just because the problem also is like there's so many like videos of it. Gus, you gotta have Gus. I mean, I have Bill Grammatica too. In fact, I put Martin Grammatica at first. I thought it was Martin that did it, but but they were similar jerseys. I think Bill was on the Cardinals, right? And Martin was on Tampa Bay, so I
think so.
I always thought it was Martin, but
Martin was a better kicker too.
Yeah,
he's a good fantasy kicker. All right, that's good. I had Gus up there high.
Yeah, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad. Yeah, that was Keith's first one. Was Bill Grammatica, the guy who tore his ACL celebrating his field goal. So,
what's up, Iowa Retro? How's it going, man? Yeah, we had Bill Grammatica was number 1 overall pick.
Yes, Hawkeye. You can. I think we're doing both.
I think most of them would probably be off field.
Yeah,
right.
There's a handful of ones that are on field that are idiotic, but really, to Keith's point, like the ones on the field there's video evidence of them.
Yeah.
And I think people will have seen them and remembered them. But a lot of the ones I think that are almost more are as embarrassing are going to be off the field. So. There you go.
Yep. All right. That's good. Good start. Solid start. It's going to be a hard one. Shane might win next week again.
Shane's going to vote for himself again.
All right. Let's get to the first segment of the week here.
That's true. Sale of the week.
All right. Yeah. The missing fingers might be on some lists.
Could be.
All right. So this segment, we show each other our sales of the week. Guess the selling prices we want to get within 10% to win. The third item overall. Well, first, we want the chat to guess along with us for all the items. But the third item overall is for a giveaway. You're going to get 2 vintage packs from me. You can choose sport or non-sport. And you're enrolled in the 12-week giveaway, which we'll explain prior to the third item. This is week 10. Week 10, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Week 10.
Yeah.
So this week and 2 weeks after, and we're all done and rolling on to the next quarter giveaway.
Yeah. Iowa. Just to Iowa's point, there were way more than I kind of realized at first when thinking about this. I was like, you could go down a rabbit hole of like almost hundreds of like stupid injuries.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
All right. So go for it.
Let me get my first item here. Let me find it. All right, let's pull this up.
Qualified for the big race. There you go. You gotta get qualified.
All right, Andy. So this is a bat, game used bat.
Well, you don't say.
And Andy, if you want to like learn how to date this bat, you can go watch my bat video on my members only section of my channel where I go over how to clean, condition, and date bats. If you want to, you should sign up, Andy.
That sounds like a page turner right there.
It is. Well, and my cat Goldie is in the video as well.
There you go. I'm sorry. I'll just watch it that behind the scenes for myself for free.
That's already deleted, Andy.
I already watched it.
Oh, you jerk. No, that wasn't on StreamYard. You can some of them.
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Sean? Sean, I was worried you weren't going to be here because you're going to be, you're in the
mix.
You're coming down the wire in the race.
Oh, the bat one? Yeah, no, I'm sure it is.
I think coaches would be eligible. I don't know if I have any coaches. I got to look at it, but they would be eligible.
I don't have any, but that's interesting. I mean, I guess you could kind of do like the Pedro guy, right? Was it Don Zimmer?
Yeah.
That could be one. That's true. Didn't do that. All right. So Larry Brown, not the Sixers coach. Famous was he North Carolina?
No.
Didn't he coach? He coached somebody. Kansas, maybe. Kansas.
Yeah. But but that's not the Larry Brown.
I know.
About. But do you know who Larry Brown's brother was? This Larry Brown, not the Sixers Larry Brown.
No, I don't.
Dick Brown. That's his brother. We pulled this card on a set break on this channel, so I had to bring out poor Dick. All right, But yeah, it's a Larry Brown. This bat is, let's see, 1963 to 1964 Cleveland Indians Louisville Slugger bat. It did has some water staining or moisture staining and had a crack. You see that dark areas, the dark area. Yeah, Mike. I had a college physics professor named Harry Woodcock, Dan. So you're pretty close to Harry Brown.
Maybe we should. It'd be tough to really like come up with bad names. What I'm saying, like people but I used to work at a company where I called on a bunch of people, and there were some horrible names. There's a guy named Dick Cummins.
Oh my god!
I know.
You gotta be Rick. You gotta go with Rick.
I know.
Harry Humstone's in the house. Harry had some nice yard sale pickups this weekend.
Correct, Iowa. Yeah. So the third item. So Keith's second item is going to be the one for the giveaway. So this is not for the giveaway yet.
Yeah,
this is just the first item.
Yes, it's just for fun. This one, the third item, is for the giveaway, and the most giveaway winners from one person over 12-week span wins a $50 gift card to one of our eBay stores.
Yep.
So we're 9 weeks in, so you'd have to win out to tie the lead at this point. But
you know,
get some free packs though,
for sure.
All right, so get a lot of guesses here.
That's awesome.
Candy bar, that's a cool name.
I know. I don't hate that at all. There was obviously there's rumors of people in that knew Harry and Cherry Pitts. That would be a horrible name.
I'm trying to think if I knew anyone with a bad name other than my physics professor. I can't think of anyone.
I definitely had made some calls to some bad names, but
you got Shane at 249. Harry
that's a good one.
188.75. Hawkeye Mike in at 199.99. Mark's in at 149.99. Dan's at 219.99. Mark's at he changed it to 139.99. Iowa Retro's dad 225.
We did do a bad names in sports, didn't we?
I don't think so. Nicknames. We did a nickname draft.
I thought we used Dick Trickle at one point, but I mean that's obviously one of the worst. But
yeah,
I guess you're right. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. Maybe there are not enough of those names out there. But
we got 7 of them in the chat.
Yeah, but people. I'm saying I meant sports people.
Yeah. There's a lot of personal people.
I mean, you can make up any horrible name you wanted. It's not. It's only funny if they actually existed.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody got a good guess in there. I think. I mean, everybody's close on this too. Like in the 200s. Mark's a little lower. It's interesting. Okay. Mark is. Yeah. I'm going to go with. Okay. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with 199.99. That's my guess.
I saw that guess in the chat too. Who are you copying off of? Let's see. You copying off of Hawkeye Mike. It's a good spot to be. Hawkeye Mike. He knows his stuff.
We're riding together, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye Mike and the Pauper of Pennants together again
to reveal the floppers. That's
flopped on that one, Andy.
It's too low. Your floppers are too low on that one.
Yeah, you flopped on that one. The staining on the bat hurt it. The crack on the bat hurt it. Game used bats. I mean, Larry Brown's not a huge name.
Big, yeah, I was gonna say unless they're big names, I would think.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I did take an offer. I'm sure I could have got a little bit more out of this, but I think Mark's guess is probably full retail. Mark's guess, but I have probably 1,200 bats in the warehouse, so I'm happy to move some bats. Yeah. So if I get an offer, decent chance I'm taking an offer on a bat.
Just so you know, if you ever want to visit a store and you want a bat,
there you go. No video.
Oh yeah. For no losing video, Keith. Come on.
No, Shane,
on to the next one.
Yeah.
It's too bad. It's too bad. I know.
The problem, we'll deal with it later. Relax. You already laid the tracks. That's the hard part. Now we're just going to back it up.
It's just like pulling off a Band-Aid. A 1 and a 2 and
we got a bleeder! Keep the pressure on.
Got everyone in that one. That was a long one though.
Okay. The win for the King. How'd you get the beeves with Frank?
I know, yeah. How'd you do that, Andy? The same thing happened to Andy in high school.
Not true. Floppers had an issue with that, but not me. All right. This is I would say one of my favorite like looking pennants I've sold in a while in a minute.
Ken the River Sharks. Yeah, I know this team well.
They're still around, right? Did they change their name at all?
I don't think they're around.
Okay. I
don't think so.
There's a couple that have, I mean, obviously a lot of these teams were around and then changed their name over the course of their time. So
let's see if they are. Maybe they are around. I don't even know, to be honest. No, 2001 to 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool one. I think it has it's not a $200 pennant. I mean, the popper was really stupid low with this one.
Stupid. Okay,
floppers. Stupid low. Stupid. Not stupid. I didn't call you stupid.
Oh, stupid.
Stupid. It's cool looking pennant though. Great shark. I like the shark.
Stop flip-flopping, flopper.
I say
it's either good or it's not.
say $24. $24. We got Soda City at $39.99, Hawkeye at $59.99, Iowa Retro Gamer. Man, I struggle with some names. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad, $29.99. Dan and Demand, $69.96. Mark is $30. Mark's $32.99. Harry's at $19.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely see minor league pennants. I have a lot of them listed. They do sell decent. They sell decent. Quote.
Here's Keith's. I do love that one. The scream at the end is the one that gets it. There you go. So a little more. I mean, you're not really that close, honestly. You're about as close as I was to yours, like percentage wise. So
yeah,
don't you? Nice.
No, I was closer, but not. We were both
not that much.
Both pretty bad.
Yeah.
It looks Mark was closest on that one. All right. So the next item is for the giveaway. Again, we're getting 2 vintage packs regardless. And you get it in the bigger giveaway, which we're going to go into right now. But let me I can't believe
I'm gonna wet my whistle since I'm on in a few seconds.
Yeah. All right, Andy, Andy's gonna take us through. Well, hold on, let me get ready for this.
Oh, geez.
Let me get ready. For some reason I feel out of practice this week.
I know, Keith. I don't know what's your too many dib dits and
I did two different dib dit cards today.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I can't keep up with you.
A pennant show and a card show. All right.
Do you got any? You were talking about you had something good for me, right? Or did you already sell that? Some Detroit.
Oh no, I didn't sell it yet. You just have to show up to a show.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. All right. So this is now five horses in the race, but 2 have jumped ahead. It's still anybody's horse race, but we have in first place Mark Hoyle.
Week 9, by the way.
It's actually week 10, but thank you
week
for
10, by the way.
ruining my chance. This is why you're not allowed to do these interviews. In first place, tied with somebody else, Mark Hoyle riding Thunderbolt with 3 wins. And we have in second place, unbelievably, nobody thought this was going to happen. Keith even gave him 50-1 odds when he started this beginning. Real Life Perspective Show riding 51 with 3 wins. And then what's that?
What an upset.
Yeah. And then we now have 3 singles. All of these guys have 1 win. Dan and Demand riding Paddlefoot, one of the creepiest horsers we have. Horsers. And then we have Rad Picker riding Blue, also with 1 win. And then coming in, and Keith was so happy with this horse, we got Soda City Flips riding Nightmare.
That's a good horse.
It's a good looking horse.
Even the rider is cool in this one. All right, look at that knee.
Yeah, Mark, he's like Cinderella story.
Yeah. All right, so there we have it. So it's week 10. So we have 3 chances left for you to get a horse or to build upon your lead or to come back or whatever the situation may be. So let me pull that off, get my item. This is an item sort of near and dear to Andy's heart.
No, I don't know where this is going. Oh, I like it. Dang, I should have bought that one. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's got lipstick. That's what we were looking at.
Yeah, he's a pink mouse. So this is a late 60s gold base Detroit Tigers composition, like paper mache bobblehead. Now, he does have a little flaw, as everything about Detroit does. He's got a little nick in his shoulder right there. Got a little chip on the shoulder.
It's true. It's all about all Detroiters.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's a good year to be a Detroit fan, sports fan. Tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, not win at all, but at least it's exciting times, right?
Well, I mean, all of their sports teams are pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good time.
Hawkeye. I feel like it's gonna be a comeback story from you. This is
no, Mike. Yeah, you're still, man. If you roll off 3 in a row, man, you're right there. Then we got to figure out a tiebreaker. And by the way, our episode in 2 weeks from now, we're doing a joint episode with the $1 Million Peddlers. So it's not going to be our typical episode. It's going to be a little different, but we're still doing our giveaway, the big bonus. The only thing that's a little difficult with that, Andy, I was thinking about it, is that we're probably gonna have a lot more people guessing because they have a big live crew as well. So the odds are, well, maybe not, but the odds are that maybe it's somebody who's hasn't have a horse yet. So we might have to go to week 13. We'll see.
We'll see. A baker's dozen. Ooh.
Yeah, baker's dozen. So Shane is in. Shane's at $298.99. Oh, I skipped over. Dan and Demand's in at unconfidently $239.99.
I like that Dan sort of gives some context around his vote or his guess.
Hawkeye Mike at $179.99. Ira Retro Dad very close at $180. Sort of parenthesing in or sort of hemming in on Hawkeye Mike on that one. Sean's in at $110.
No. Iowa did a very honorable thing at the bottom there. So don't. Well.
All right. Good job, Andy. Good job, Iowa Dad. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. Hawkeye Mike. Oh, I'm sorry. Sean, really perspective Sean at 110. Harry Humstone in at 77. Mark Hoyle at $80.99. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad at 150. All right, good guess. Good, nice group of guesses there.
The thing that throws me off is the damage, I think. So I feel like these things go for more than, like, I feel like they're more than 100.
I'll say this, Andy. The gold base is not like the most valuable series. It's a later series in baseball, but mascot heads carry a premium for most teams, for most bobbleheads. I mean, not every team has a mascot head. Yeah. I think you can see the Cardinal. There's a Cardinal, right? You can't really see him. He's right there.
Mark knows this stuff. Gold base, less than green base.
Yep. White base is pretty much the top of the heap.
Cream
in
of
baseball. Football's a different animal altogether.
Yeah, well, it's a lion, not a cat, not a tiger. So
true. Good job.
All right. Give it a few more seconds. I think that might be everybody, though, don't you think? Or you think there's anybody?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
A good crowd tonight.
Yeah. I would have thought that if this thing was a little bit in better shape, it would have been closer to 200. But I'm going to go with $119.99 is my guess.
Okay, $119.99. Let me. I forget the price myself. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I agree with you. Look at Shane. Knows his stuff now.
Sean. Was it Sean or Shane?
Sorry, Sean. You guys got to change your names if you don't mind. If that's
yeah, it is. I struggle with it myself.
So difficult.
What was your guess again, Andy?
$119.99.
$119.99. All right.
Give me that win, baby. Give me that win. You know it. Give me that win.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself.
Woohoo! You can't fool me on Detroit stuff, baby. Woo! Oh yeah, love that.
I think it might be Sean, right? Is it? Let's go to the comments. I gotta.
No. Oh wait, he went.
Sean's in at 110. Is there anyone closer?
I think you're right. Everybody was a little bit lower, right? Yeah.
Sean.
Wow.
Whoa. 50 to 1. 50 to 1 racehorse.
51. Keith had no belief in you. I did. I didn't want to name your horse 51, but Keith, woo.
There he is out in front. 51. He wouldn't even be called 51 if it wasn't for my disbelief.
That's true. It's true. Wait, what? Oh, did Dan? I meant your pick. You meant to be 139. I think he still won. But
what is he saying? Oh, you're okay. You meant 139, not 239, but that's still a loss, right? Well, it's closer. Yeah. I don't want to do that math.
Yeah. It's still.
Oh wow, yeah. Feel free to text me, Harry, or send me a message, man, if you see him again. Because I definitely some are. Oh. And especially if you ever see the ones that are like 15 inches tall, whatever the price, if they're under $1,000, don't even think about them, buy them.
Yeah.
All right. So right now it's 4-3.
My dog's stealing my shoes right now. So that's great.
Poor dog. 4-3. Sean in the lead. 4 wins for Sean. 3 for Mark. 1 for Shane. 1 for Dan. 1 for Rad.
There you go. Really, no new people, but there's maybe no longer a chance. But always good. Always fun to get some packs, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean, I'm guessing you want like a non-sport pack, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a promo that I have in the other room that's a very rare one that was like a store display that I've only ever seen a few of them out in the wild. So, all right. Well, back to the draft. That was an exciting segment there of sales of the week. And by the way, I mentioned this several times on our Did the Card show, but tonight on dibthecards.com is the first ever football break on dibthecards.com. Rod picking and punching. You can go over there now and bid. I mean, stay here, but bid on your phone. Go over there and bid.
I'm gonna have to do that right now. See what we're at.
Yeah, and you can bid on the teams. I think they start ending at like 9:06, 9:05, and then they end at 9:36. So every 2 minutes, like a different one ends, and then he does the rip at 10 o'clock. So,
all right.
What's that audio, Andy? Is that your phone?
No, girlfriend was returning my shoes that my dog stole.
Oh, okay. By the way, I'm doing a break next week on dibthecards.com, and it's a Donruss optic break. We got 2 optic blasters, an optic mega and back, and then a little 89 score pack as well. Put him in the middle there. So
there you go.
So that's the break for next week.
Somebody was nice enough to get you some. Just kidding.
Yeah, some of that came. Yeah, a lot of it came from Chris.
Yeah.
So to say, the biggest teams, the Commanders, the Bears, Falcons are still hot, right, with Pennants, and I think the Commanders and Bears definitely the top 2. What else? I'd say Raiders.
But are you talking about for optic?
Well, he's talking about the break tonight, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's got optic and prism.
So yeah, it would be all the quarterback ones. So
yeah, Commanders, Bears, Falcons, Patriots, Vikings a little bit less, but
and then also Bo Nix too. So you got Denver.
Denver, yeah, left out Denver. Yeah,
Denver's a good one. Yeah, I mean Giants are not bad. They got Malik Neighbors. Niners not so much, but
Niners are trash. And the Cowboys.
Bears are pretty good because they have in that one. I don't know if he's ripping optic. I forgot if you said he is or is not ripping.
He's ripping optic packs. Yeah, he's got like prism blasters and optic like fat packs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet. Let me see if I'm winning anything. I bid on it.
I don't know how to. Can you shoot me the link? Because I'm trying to. I see his thing, but it's like I don't know how to bid on it.
We just click like you see this. No, you don't go to the live stream. You just go to listings. Go to listings, not live streams. You'll see all those things right there. That's how you bid.
Okay.
I'll show that to the chat as well. So you go over to dibthecards.com. Well, maybe I'll do it. Screen share. That probably.
You're gonna do a little in video like tutorial there.
Yeah, that's good. You're smart, Andy.
I know. You're welcome.
I didn't thank you.
Detroit, how are they at $9? That's a little crazy.
All right, let's go over here. Let's share this. So you go over here, you go to dibdiccards.com, and here's all the teams available. So let's take it down to, let's see, we want to go with the Falcons. Falcons seem like a good buy. Let's go to the Falcons. But that's how you do it.
And if you want to know Keith's credit card, it was in there.
It wasn't, right? I think it was just the last 4 digits. I saw that. I was like, click.
I know. So it's on Keith, whatever you want.
I don't think it wasn't, right?
No, it wasn't. It was just
it said part of the number.
Yeah. That was pretty funny, though. It made me laugh.
I think my bid, though. I
don't know. The Prism Blaster and 6 Optic Value Packs. Okay.
All right, now I'm bidding. Now I win. Now I'm winning.
Now I win.
Struggling to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the last 4. Yeah, that's weird. Probably should have looked at it. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we going back to the draft now?
Yes. Back to the draft. Yeah, share this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that can hit. If that hits, it's a big hit. So
yeah, I was running them earlier for a little bit.
I don't know how the fat packs do. Like how they don't pull a lot of great stuff. What's that?
What's my mom's maiden name? Dan's asking.
What street do you live on, by the way?
That was my PO box.
Yeah,
that was my PO box. So you guys, anyone can send anything to my PO box if you want to send gifts.
Okay.
My social and date of birth showed. Oh God. I'm pulling this up to see.
Did it really?
No, I'm sure he's joking.
Okay.
He's joking.
That would have been funny.
All right, and it's back to you, Andy, on the draft.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is interesting. I mean, I feel like it's really wide open at this point. Okay, I am going to go. Okay, I'm going to go with a classic. This is a little bit of a one that's bad for me. It's actually a tiger that this happened to.
Dan's asking all the security questions over here. Good job, Dan. I like it.
Yeah, so this is a actual Tigers player that is on my list. So this is Joel Zamaya, Keith. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with this one. Yeah.
Okay, so Joel Zamaya played for the Tigers, I guess, I want to say in the late 90s, like 2009 maybe, or that era, I think. Early to mid 2000s. He injured his wrist because he was playing too much Guitar Hero. And subsequently was not able to pitch. He was actually a very good pitcher at the time. Like he was one of their better pitchers. And it was in the playoffs. Playoffs? No, he was in the playoffs. And he played too much Guitar Hero and was subsequently not able to pitch for like the next couple days or even longer. It was like he had a wrist strain. So yeah, that's my unfortunate one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. He was high on my list as well.
Have a good one, Soda. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Shane. Appreciate it, man. I have one that's similar to that, but I'll hold it to a little later. But I have this one. Is an interesting one because it not only did he miss time, but he also did time. I'm going to go with the Plaxico Burris situation where he has a legal concealed handgun in New York in his pants.
Shot himself in the thigh.
Accidentally shoots himself, which is bad enough. He was going to miss the year or miss a chunk of the season due to a flesh wound, a gunshot wound. But then because he had an unregistered concealed weapon, he went to jail over it. So double whammy for Plaxico.
He was, he missed on a lot of things there. He was on my list. So he's pretty high on my list. So that was a good one, though, for sure.
Let me type these in real fast. Gunshot.
Let's see. What team do I? What? I don't understand. I'm not going to go for Detroit. I don't think it's worth it. Just trying to think. can't fix stupid. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was I remember that one pretty clearly. He was, although I can't remember if he was on the Steelers or if he was on the Giants. Yeah, I think he was on the Giants, right?
Giants at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because he reminds me a little of Pickens now. Like he's kind of like really talented.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
He's really talented, but he's like a bit of a head case. And like, yeah, I mean, I think back then Plaxico, I think, went really high in the draft, if I'm not mistaken.
First round. I know he said he didn't want the Eagles to take him. I remember that for some reason. But yeah, he went high. It was a great player. I think he was more consistent, better player than Pickens.
Probably
Pickens
is
still young. But yeah, they are similar.
They definitely still have like some, and that was why Pickens kind of went as late as he did. I think he went late first round maybe, but or early second, but he probably should have. Yeah, I know. They just traded for Pickens. You saw that, I'm sure, right?
I did. Yeah. That doesn't bother me at all because I feel like that's going to blow up. If you're a head case in Pittsburgh, which is a good organization, when you get to the train wreck that is Dallas, it's not going to help your situation for Pickens.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they're somewhat successful, though, I mean, success does like heal kind of all wounds, and that is
Pittsburgh was in the playoffs. They weren't it wasn't like a 3-win team.
Yeah, they were kind of a paper line though. But I will say,
speaking of a paper line, I mean, we in the NFC.
Please. Yeah, please. Yeah, you try to win the Super Bowl with all those injuries. Anyway, okay, good pick though. I like it. I'll be interested to see what the Cowboys do with that because that's a pretty. I mean, if that's probably two of the more talented receivers in the league, talent-wise. I'm not saying.
No. I mean, I've seen it for sure. Not Pickens. I mean, he's
as a 1-2. As a 1-2. I'm not saying he's the third best receiver. I'm saying as a 1-2, those two receivers.
Still not tops. I'm
not saying they're the tops. I'm saying they're up there though.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you're saying he was like Pickens was a top guy. I mean,
no.
CeeDee Lamb is, but
Pickens probably top 25 or something.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah,
but there's very few. I don't think there's a lot of teams that have that. I mean, maybe the Eagles probably do. I would say
Eagles definitely do. Yeah.
Lions are close to that. I would
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals. But like, there's not a lot of that.
No. Definitely not the Bears. I saw that Cowboys win the East comment then. But the other thing too is their contract situations are always awful.
Yeah.
And they
don't plot for the future, but but they also don't they don't plan for the future, and they also don't like throw all their chips in at once either. So it's like the worst of both worlds.
Look at this. Dennis is trolling me left or right over here. Look at that. Oh, that was a beautiful delivery. But but they have Parsons, who's like due a contract at the same time as Pickens will be. They're going to both be free agents together.
Yeah.
The Parsons negotiation has been awful. CeeDee Lamb was awful before that.
Yep.
They screwed their whole franchise for years with the press negotiations over the years.
Oh,
so, I mean, it's not going to end well with Parsons and Pickens at the same time. So I bet it'll be a one and done for Pickens. My prediction.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, that's a heavy price to pay for a one and done, but maybe it could be.
They did it before with Cooper. They gave up a higher for Cooper.
No, I'm not. So listen, I'm not. I don't think the Cowboys are run very well, so I wouldn't put it past them. All right.
So back to a segment here. We've got a new segment to the floor. Not a great segment.
Not a great segment. So don't sell yourself. Don't sell short, Keith.
Yeah, thank you. Let's get to this. Where the hell is it?
It's great. It's even got its own thing.
I lost it. Oh, there he is.
What are you wearing?
Pastime Picks Drip. Drip.
It's horrible. It's so dumb.
So we decided, I mean, I know Sean over the Real Life Perspective show did a little of this because after we were talking about our drip on the Hops and Hits simulcast, I figured let's talk about our own drip. So what do you got over there, Andy?
So I'm rocking the Tim Robinson.
I like it. Yeah, what is that game he was playing? The eggs in the mouth?
The egg game. Yeah.
Again.
Well, on the back it says, you can read it?
41 eggs, you win. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, Tim Robinson's awesome. Did you see that thing I sent you? Maybe you already saw that about the spider game.
Oh yeah.
That thing's awesome.
I did see that. He's got a weird group of people that he's with, but yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So do we.
So
do we.
It's true.
But yeah, Tim Robinson is a comedian, does this thing with his friends where like anytime they're out and about and they see a spider, they have this app and they photograph the spider and it tells them how like poisonous the spider is.
Yeah, how venomous the spider is.
Yeah, and they try to compete with each other to see if they can get the most venomous spider.
Yeah.
So it's
I want to see how it's laid out because they're like, you have to have the app, and then but they also I wonder if it's like a weekly thing, like whoever has the most venomous spider at the end or something. But yeah. Segments are must.
So Andy had his Tim Robinson shirt. I have this. This is a Mojo Dojo special, which I've come with a lot, right?
Yeah.
We got the all over print clown hockey jersey. I mean, how many of them did you see? It's got a back clowns back there. I mean, come on.
Well, you are a clown in all facets. So
I figure this is it. Yeah, even got a clown down there. Sad clown. Well, there's a sad clown. That's
the saddest of clowns.
Down there, sad clown. And then I got under that.
It's like the worst place. Oh my! You're double dripping.
Double dripping. That's also Mojo Dojo. Josh over at the Mojo Dojo Society sent me the Sixers T-shirt as a gift. He just threw it in a package. So
Tony Robinson. No, this is Tim. Yeah,
Tim Robinson.
You got to look up if you haven't seen it. Look up just Google or YouTube Egg Game Tim Robinson. It's one of my favorite kind of clips ever.
That's not my favorite episode, but he's awesome.
Well, I mean, he's not. There's plenty of them. That's my favorite. I don't know why that one sticks with me so much.
I'll think about my favorite one.
The best part of it is at the end too. It's where he's like, "You should be able to watch a little porn."
Double dripper. You're right. Double dripper. Yeah. So yeah, that's a custom piece. Clown. Even the sleeves clowns. At the National Atlantic City 2 years ago, I had a very nice young lady who was the sideline reporter for the Jets, Andy.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, I don't know if you guys know the term smoke show, but I'll throw it out there. But anyway, she comes over and she buys like a piece from me. And I was wearing this and she criticized me the whole time over this jersey.
Warranted. Very warranted.
All right.
Well, yeah, I guess that's Keith's and the Real Life favorite new segment. So maybe
we'll do it. I think the segment clip's pretty good.
I don't know if I can always bring this level of quality, though. I don't have a time.
No, I bring quality every week. I'm always dripping.
Yeah. You should get that looked at.
I have an appointment tomorrow. All right. Back to the draft. Maybe Dan, but I think she's post dates Favre. She was much younger. I think she left the Jets and went to the Giants or something. So she was.
Yeah. Can't remember her name, but anyway. All right. So you got one here, right? Who did you took Plaxico.
Yeah. Oh, I have another one coming. Yeah. By the way, I had my wife in the driveway this afternoon, like, Kelly, what are you wearing? I'm like, do it more disgusted. Be more disgusted. And she said it like 30 times. She was so angry.
Normally, Keith has to say, be less disgusted with the stuff that he makes her hold up and stuff, right?
Yeah. Right. Oh, I deleted it already, but it was like a minute of her saying, what the hell are you wearing? All right. Back to third round. I'm going back to video gaming. Okay. That's always an embarrassing way for an athlete to injure themselves.
I would agree with that. I can agree
with a local legend, NBA player at the time of his injury. I'm going to go Lionel Simmons, who injured his wrist playing Game Boy.
I saw that one. I didn't remember that one specifically. But I did see it. I was like, that kind of dates you, right? You're playing Game Boy.
Oh, yeah. But I will say, I mean, that's sort of any of us who are on our phone a lot. I'm editing on my phone. I'm editing photos on my phone. And I get it. I know John Elway talked about maybe it's like Dufresne's contracture or something and I know Mike Deathpile Pickler had it happen.
Oh, he's the one that escaped that prison, right?
Not Andy Dufresne. Not Andy Dufresne. But when your pinky and your the ring finger like locked down, like spasm down, and they're like locked. That happens to me a lot from using my phone when I'm using my phone a ton.
Huh.
It's pretty painful. You gotta pull it back into place.
I never had that. I never had I don't think I've ever had like issues with.
Well, I do surgery. I especially have to do a lot of surgery, like I did
Mhm.
today, like arthritis in your hands. When you work with your hands, Andy, I mean, you're very
Yeah.
say what nay you. Go for it, Andy.
I know why your hands are always hurting. Wrists. I mean, okay. All right. There's
soft.
There's still a lot of good ones left.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so I'm going to go back to an on-field injury. I'm going to go with Kendry Morales when he hit a walk-off grand slam home run and then proceeded to break his leg by jumping on home plate. Talk about like, and it's funny because I want to say that this is the one that kind of spurred the whole like very much less like jumping up and down on home. Like they used to be the thing all the time, right? They would just like jump on top of the guy. And then there's a couple injuries that took place, this being one of them. And that'll do it.
Yep. That's good. It was on my list.
Tough one too. Like the hero becomes the GOAT, right? After he had a walk-off grand slam home run. That the story behind that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dan, it's like I just feel like everybody stopped doing that after he did that, which made sense. But there's a lot of that. There was a lot of that in like Little League and stuff too. They were doing that a lot. I feel like.
People are bound. I think that happened with the Phillies, even after they won the World Series. Like they had injuries from like Ryan Howard coming and diving on the pile. I mean, it's bound to happen.
Big boy.
Yeah. It's a risky maneuver.
Back to you.
Right. Well,
no,
back to a segment.
Okay.
So a segment.
Find of the week.
I looked around and I realized I really don't have a find of the week.
Oh, really?
But I did pick up this last weekend. I think I showed this on Didbit Cards. This is I'm going to rip on Vintage Sport Flips here, but this pack is a 1980-81 Topps hockey pack. The chase in here, Andy?
I do. Well, I know it's Gretzky's second year, right?
How'd you know that?
Because the 80 is his rookie year.
But I'm shocked you knew any of that. I'm impressed and shocked.
Well,
probably because you're trying to buy a Gretzky rookie, I bet. You've been looking at them a little bit.
No, they're out of my price range. I haven't really looked at them at all.
I had one as a kid. I wish speaking of as a kid, the No Banger Sports Card Podcast. I didn't finish it yet. I got to finish it tonight. But they were talking about their collections as a kid.
Yeah,
and I had all those. I had Gretzky, OJ, Peyton, all like the 70s rookies growing up. But
Peyton,
Walter.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
I got you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's annoying because I think we kind of got out of it, and like early 90s, and I know there was a little bit of downtime, but like I feel like we would have a lot of great cards because like all these huge players came up like not that long after that we probably could. I guess maybe the start really was probably maybe Steph Curry or something. Like I feel like that was a big start.
Baseball, I think Jeter, which was probably about when I got out of it. I think I don't know what year that would be, but
you're right. It's probably like 94 or 5 or something.
Yeah, so I was out in like 93, 91 probably even.
But then you got like LeBron and stuff. Like we just missed that. I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark still has his whole collection. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I sold my whole collection at an auction, a state auction in like 99, 2000, including a graded Jordan. T206.
You would have gone back and bought it now, right?
yeah. It was grade 7, which is a nice grade.
Yeah.
But
so probably I don't know,
5,000.
Maybe. You think it's that little? I guess you're right.
I'll check it. I'm not sure.
I was thinking it was closer to 10 or 20, but maybe not.
I don't think a 7 is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It goes up exponentially. Like 8, 9, and 10, I think, go up.
Yeah.
Way more.
I'm looking it up. 6,000, 6,200. 5,400.
It's not as bad as I thought. All right, well, I'll do a quick one. This is a quick rip or a rip. The first kind of somewhat sizable hit out of, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes of optic that we've ripped already. That's an Uptown of John Elway.
Nice.
It's kind of cool. I would have liked a different one, but I'll take anyone. This is kind of, I feel like the Uptowns are a little bit of a lower end to the downtowns. I think the downtowns are a little more collectible. But anyway, that's the first one. Glad at least we got one.
Mike bought some mantle and maize raw. Very nice.
Nice.
I did pick up a lot of stuff that I showed on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, and I feel bad about some of it, but I pulled up to this yard sale off the beaten track. It was not on the treasure map. And the girl had these two, not girl, she was like our age, maybe a little bit older. And she had these two like 90s lockers.
What would you have called her when like you were actually like in your 20s? This old lady.
Yeah.
This old man was trying to sell me his clown jersey.
So she had these two lockers, a Bulls Jordan and a Dolphins Merino.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, how much of that? And I'm gonna get roasted for this. She said $10 each. And I'm like, I've seen people sell them, but I've never seen the prices. So I didn't know. I never looked them up, but I figured they were like $50 to $100 each. But I wasn't sure I could fit them in my car. I didn't have my van. I had my small SUV, and I'm like, you take 15, and she's like, yeah, I fit them in the car, but they're worth like the Bulls one sells for $200-300. The other one's like less, but I felt bad that I talked her down from 20. I'm gonna get roasted. But it wasn't purposeful. I just didn't know.
Yeah, he's trying to preemptively.
And then I hit the troll mother load at that yard sale. The trolls, which I'm gonna have, and I'm having a Did show June 8th, Sunday night, June 8th, where I'm doing $5,000 worth of inventory, all starting at $2 each, including all the trolls, including some $300 like vintage like Milwaukee Braves pennants for $2, some banger T-shirts. Paul McCartney T-shirt, Pink Floyd. So it's a spot to be.
There you go. I'll keep my eyes open for it.
Good. Well, I was going to have you come down and help me.
Oh, probably not, but we'll see.
All right. Back to the injuries. So it's you, right?
Yeah, it is. Okay. By
the way, the first auction ends in like a minute.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just seeing if there's anything I wanted, but I think I'm good. Chicago Bears going for a price. It's interesting.
What is it?
21.
Let's see if I'm betting anything.
Okay, so I'm going to go with. I am going to go with.
I got outbid. Let's see.
All right, I'm going to go with this guy, another giant. I'm going to go with Jason Pierre-Paul, who injured his hand, basically burned his hand while lighting off fireworks. Lost, 2 or 3 fingers, I think?
Yep.
Not the smartest of moves. I don't know the whole story behind it, like what he actually did. He was arguably probably a top 5 pass rusher. And I though he came back and it was still pretty decent, I feel like he never was the same after it. So, but pretty, 4th of July accidents. It's not something to sneeze at. You really gotta take care of those digits.
I did
on something there, buddy.
Yeah, I did. I was betting on a team. I got a lot of digits in college, but I did. All right. So let me write that. Jason Pierre-Paul losing fingers with the firecracker. He still played with the nub.
He did.
Right?
He did.
Yeah. I didn't put him on the list.
Oh, he did, Dan. Nice. You didn't get
what'd you get, Dan?
Did you?
Chicago was at $36 the last I looked.
Oh, dang. It really went up. Let's see. Detroit's 9.
Falcons went for 15.
Cardinals.
I got to look
That's
at
a good one. That's a good one. They got Marvin Harrison Jr.
The key is the checklist for downtowns and uptowns too, right? I mean, well,
yeah, but the prison blasters are going to be more like parallels and no, not really autos. It's gonna be like parallels, and then there's like mangas and stuff. You're not gonna hit them out of those, unfortunately, I don't think, but they're very rare. Anyway, go for it. Your next pick.
Okay, I was looking at the checklist. All right, well, yeah, it's tough to spot to go here. I'm trying to talk and look.
Come on, Keith. Come on,
All right.
get your head at it.
All right. I'm working. All right, I'm gonna go with this one's not like an injury as much as an ailment, right? That still counts, an ailment, but an embarrassing ailment.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. This hat is sort of emblematic of the '80 Phillies.
Okay.
Right, a player that missed some time in the '80 World Series, George Brett, due to his hemorrhoid issues.
That's true.
He missed games due to hemorrhoids. Again, not an injury, but not pleasant, and sure you want to put it on blast out on the newspapers everywhere. So George Brett missing some World Series games due to hemorrhoids.
You've never missed any
No,
games.
I have not. I've not. Let's see if what the hell is that team? What happened there? I clicked on the wrong team.
All right, we have a final segment, or we want to go into just the last pick?
Let's go to the last pick so we can.
You don't want me to rip anything real quick?
If you want to rip something, I'll leave that up to you. Go for it.
All right, I'll rip on Optic Blaster.
Well, let's hit this. I can't find it. There it is. All right, what you got, Andy?
All right, well, let me get a little more light. I'm going with, there you go, Optic Blaster. This is a Walmart edition. I still should have like 4 in your box, right? That's what you sent?
Yes.
So I still have 2 megas and at least I think another 2 of these. So I'm still chock full of Optic. I'm still going after them too. They're still occasionally come up.
Give me some more.
Give me some more. Well, no, they're harder to get though. I feel like the longer they're out, like the better the bots are that get them. Because they're just like going faster and faster. Do you want to make this a big screen here?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was bidding. I'm not even on StreamYard right now.
Jeez.
Oh.
All right. Who knows? Maybe we'll hit another downtown or hit a downtown. I've only hit an uptown so far out of these.
That Carolina Panthers is a good buy. It was $4. I mean, yeah, maybe get a pull something Bryce Young. I don't think they have any downtowns though. But
Gabriel Davis, that's not Gabe Davis, right? JSN. This is a silver eagle. Devonta Smith.
Nice.
Devontae Walker. Still in the lead on the path. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Drake May there's at least one downtown. I don't know if there's any uptowns of them. All right, got Myles Garrett, Fred Warner. This is Purple Shock, Keith, rated rookie. We got Michael Penix. That's nice. That's a good hit. I'll take that. Keith is completely oblivious to what I'm doing right now.
I like it.
I like it. You don't even know what I did.
Purple Shock. Or, yeah.
Of who?
It was Penix.
There you go. Good job.
Thank you.
I hope. We did
the Cowboys are getting no love in this. They're $4.
Yeah, it's not a bad hit, actually. It's definitely a few bucks. Brock Purdy. Here's another Purple Shock. Come on, give me another San Francisco. Jacob Cowing. Then we got Jace McClellan. Danny, I think you're good luck. I'm gonna have to have you. I was hitting a lot of Jaden with you on stream. So David Montgomery, Najee. This is a silver rated rookie. Tip Rearman. There you go, Caleb. There's one for you, Dano.
That's a good one.
It's got to be a good sign.
Andy, have you seen the Mega ripped it all? Mega's ripped it all?
A little bit. People have said that there's more cards to them for sure, and there's a different parallel to them.
So I wonder the pack layout.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I have to check.
I'll have to watch a break.
Rated rookie, Purple Shock, Trey Benson, Joe Milton. There you go. Not another bad quarterback. All right, last pack. No luck yet. No downtowns. Not here either. Dalton, Alan Lazard. This is something. Passing grade. Jordan Love. I don't know what this one. I don't think this is great, but it's kind of cool. Cool looking. And then Brendan Rice.
Yeah. What is that one called? Passing grade?
Yeah.
Never saw that card before. It's pretty cool.
I did. Yeah, I don't think they're worth a whole lot, but it's kind of a cool looking card. All right, there you have it.
Oh, that was the whole box? I think I missed some of it.
I think you did too, Keith. You jerk.
Oh, I didn't type anything in the last round, did I? What did we draft?
You're really interested in the getting yourself a team, huh?
Oh, I
You
drafted.
don't even know what you're ticked. It's up to you. George Brett World Series Hemlets. That's a tough one.
And what was yours again?
Mine was. What was mine? Oh, JPP. Pierre Paul blowing off his fingers. You ran a Caleb, or would you run Purple Shock Pennants? Or Jaden? I don't even know. Could be any of those. I've been hitting a lot of Bo Nix recently, so I don't know. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but they haven't been big Bo Nix. But
yeah. Andy, what is your?
Okay, that's cool.
Man, come on, guy. Someone outbid me.
Yeah, the inserts really, obviously, the big ones are uptowns and downtowns, but they have some cool ones. All right, last pick.
Is it me or you?
You.
All right. Well, where do I go from here?
Where do you go, Keith?
All right, I won. Good. I was trying to burn the last 5 seconds.
Well, what do I do now?
So there's still time, guys. I'm going to get it on the team. 15 minutes left. I got the Broncos.
Oh, okay. For how much?
$18. It was a lot, but I feel like that's one of the top, not the top teams, but because I think the Bears went for when I saw them, they were $36. The Commanders are at 27, which is a steal compared to the Broncos, but
it's not cheap.
It's not, but I just want to watch it, right?
Yeah,
I want to watch him being on it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a good sign for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's getting a lot of activity, which is good.
Yeah.
So hopefully the same next week.
I think I think that's a steal because you can definitely hit. QB is obviously the big one, but Marvin Harrison's a big hit too. That's about the second best, I would say, position non QB player.
And he's in the uptowns, Marvin Harrison. He's got an uptown, as does Bo Nix for me. Let's see. Does he have a downtown?
He's a downtown too, I think.
Harrison?
No, I think Bo Nix does. I think all the quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Harrison does too.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great
That's a good team. That's a good pickup. Yeah. I know it's not all optic, but
yeah. Well, honestly, what is this Prism?
And they got a Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison duel downtown.
Obviously, I thought this was the kaleidoscopic is a huge hit too. I got that's Malik Neighbors too. This is here's one. I knew I had a Marvin Harrison. So that's a Marvin Harrison Panini Disco. Those are decent. I think it's a few bucks. Not maybe more than a few bucks. All right, let's finish this off.
Okay. Yeah, let's focus, Andy. Come on.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. All right.
You've been like this the whole time.
No,
when I think about where I was in my life.
All right, let's see.
I'm not sure you know what you picked.
No, I know. All right, I'm between two here. These are not big name guys.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, this is just a cool one. I'm going to go with goaltender here. Hockey. We didn't get hockey in the draft yet.
It's true.
I'm going Glenn Healy, goaltender. I think Boston Bruins. I think he played for a few teams.
Okay.
I mean, goalies move around a lot, but could be wrong on the team. But he sliced his hand to the point of needing stitches, missing some time while playing bagpipes. A bagpipe injury. That's pretty badass. A bagpipe
How does
injury.
that happen? That's
I don't know. I don't know how you can do it, but he did it.
That's
Stitches.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was impressive. So Glenn Healy bagpipe injury.
Okay. All right. For my final pick, it's between two people too. These were both burn injuries, but I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with Marty Cordova, who fell asleep in the tanning bed and subsequently got bad facial burns.
Oof.
I couldn't play. So
where's that guy? What is his name? Marty Cordova?
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones there. We should do a quick rundown of some others that we were thinking about.
All right.
So it was between this one, Marty Cordova, and I don't know if you picked this one too. The thing is, the difference in this one, I don't think it limited him at all in playing, was when John Smoltz burned himself when he was ironing his shirt while it was on him.
Yeah, what an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we should have on the list. That's a pretty good one. I didn't have that on my list, but I would have.
The thing is, I think he burned himself. I don't think it limited him in any games or something.
Yeah,
So,
I gotcha.
All
right, I'll go with there's the one I found, Chris Hansen, a putter. Did you see this one?
Yeah, he chopped his leg.
Yeah, it was doing some sort of motivational thing in the locker room with its chopping wood and accidentally hit his leg with the axe.
It was Jack Del Rio. He said he encouraged his players to keep chopping away or something. And he put a log in the I guess it was in the locker room or something.
Yeah.
He gashed his leg open, which is amazing.
Jack Del Rio is a moron.
Yeah. There was Sammy Sosa, who sneezed and threw out his back. Did you know about that?
That's happened. I mean, I
know. I feel like that's not as embarrassing. I mean, it's an embarrassing way, but like,
you ever cough and like your ribs hurt or yeah.
Who hasn't? Tell me someone who hasn't sneezed and almost thrown out their back. That's my thing. Got any more?
Yeah, I go with Trevor Bauer. He sliced his hand while fixing a drone. He sliced his hand on the drone.
Okay.
It's not super embarrassing, but it fits on the list.
Probably trainings. Oh yeah. I remember that, Dan. That's funny. Yeah, and his mistress was I think also 18 years old or something too, super young. That's a good one. I forgot about that. He was his face was all cut up and sliced up right, and he had to explain it. That was amazing. It was a good press conference after that, if I'm not mistaken. Here's one. Glenn Allen Hill. You remember him?
Great. I remember he had 4 home runs in a game. I remember that.
Yeah. He got out of bed because he was running away from a spider and then fell down the stairs.
Oh, that
was not.
I understand. I would run away from the spider.
Yeah. I have 2 more.
All right.
I think are pretty good. So I'll go. Well, and this has apparently happened to a couple players. Ricky Henderson, he fell asleep with an ice pack on his foot and got frostbite. Did you know that?
No, but yeah, I could see that happening.
Remember something. And then my last one, which was really it's not embarrassing. I guess it is a little embarrassing, but it's not a good way to get injured and seriously injured for that point, is Orlando Brown when he was partially blinded from getting hit in the eye, but when the ref threw the flag.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't think that's embarrassing necessarily, which is kind of why I stepped away from that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly, Dan. Exactly. Keith runs away like a.
No, I do release them outside unless they're if they're in the bathroom.
Unless they're a little scary.
If they're in the bathroom, I mean it's they're going down, but
it's too scary. I
do release the spiders. Any insects, even bees, wasps. I let them all go.
I don't like wasps. Bees, yeah, I definitely try to get those out. Spiders, I don't care at all about. I keep them in the house because I'd rather have them eat the other stuff. They don't bother me at all.
Yeah, but they can get some nasty bites if you get the right spider.
Well,
it's risky.
They all know me. They know who the man of the house is, so they don't mess around.
They don't mess around with Mrs. Queen of Pennants.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. I have a nice crop of carpenter bees that I feel friendly with. I let them eat the fence. We're content with each other. They're constantly buzzing around me, but I like a carpenter bee.
Yeah,
bumblebee-ish.
Do they sting you?
No, I think the males can't. The females could, but it's usually the males that are out, or vice versa. I got a couple more. I got similar to your home run stomping one. I got Milton Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
He tore his ACL arguing with the umpire.
He got tackled, right? Wasn't he tackled by?
His was pulling him away, and he fell to the ground awkwardly.
Yeah.
And this was good. Another motivational one. Steve Sparks. Did you see this one?
I did, but I can't remember.
He was at a motivational seminar, and he dislocated his shoulder while trying to rip a phone book in half. That's pretty. That should have been on the list.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of these too. There was a bunch that I was I don't remember this player or anything, and it loses some luster. I think almost the bigger names and stuff. Admittedly, Marty Cordova wasn't huge, but people know him.
Dan, you sure it's not? It's probably a carpenter bee, Dan. Sure it's not a carpenter bee? It looked like a bumblebee, but they just eat your deck.
That's not good.
They're all right. It's all right.
Well, I don't want them eating my deck. I'm sure Dan doesn't want his deck falling apart from stupid carpenter.
They're in my fence. I just let them eat it. You can fill the holes in with foam.
Oh, yeah. You do that? You do that?
No, I do nothing.
I do not. So that's the most true thing you've ever said.
The Patriots are a good buy. 2 minutes left at $16.
Yeah.
The Vikings are a pretty good buy at $11. Minute left. Saints. Eagles are $22.
Well, Jags is another good one. That's Robinson, the receiver, right? Or is it Robinson?
Thomas. Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Eagles are $22. Eagles always command a premium for anything.
Where'd the Lions go for? They went for more. I
didn't see them.
Commanders at 27. Titans at $2. Poor Titans. There's really nothing going on there. Tampa Bay's not a horrible one too. I mean, you get Jalen McMillan and you get Bucky Irvin.
Let me look up Titans here. Best Tutties. What is that? Sunday Kings? No, that's not good. Oh yeah, they got no inserts.
Yeah. Giants is not bad at 13, I think. Jets is horrible. New Orleans horrible. Yeah, New England's probably the best bet right now. $16. Mark's winning for 16.
Mark's winning it?
I won't take him for Mark. Or not take him, but I won't.
Oh yeah, I didn't know Mark was winning. I wouldn't have been pushing it as a good buy. But that is probably the best buy so far.
Yeah. Although I will say, I don't know, what did you get the Jags for? Because I feel like that's a pretty good combo. I think I'd rather. Yeah, that's a good bit. Hopefully you win him, Mark. I think that's I don't know. Arguably, he's probably the third best quarterback, right? That you want to hit out of there. So that I think.
Who are you talking about?
Drake May. I think you saw this. I think you saw this, Mark. But if I got this, I got my Drake May downtown back. Unfortunately, did not get the grade I was hoping for. I can't really see that. It's an 8. I'll be throwing that up on eBay soon.
Maybe I should do the. I did schedule it for Thursday. You think scheduling it next Wednesday at 10:00, so I can just lead into it with the podcast? Is that too risky?
I don't know. Why would it be risky? Oh, you don't think anybody would show up?
No, I just gotta be prepared to make sure I'm prepared.
Oh.
I guess all I have to do is turn around and put the boxes there, and I'm good.
Pretty
to go.
much.
Yeah. So maybe that's not a bad idea.
All right. Well.
All right. Yeah. So there we go. That's a good. Did Mark win it? Yeah. Mark got it. Good. Did you get one, Andy?
No, he's 17 seconds left, I think.
No, it shows it ended on mine. He got it.
Oh, nice. Good luck, Mark. Hopefully,
Get one, Andy. Get the Titans or the Seahawks or the Saints.
No thanks.
Saints aren't bad.
No,
$4.
I'm good.
Gotta be in it to win it.
I know, but I don't really want to win any of it.
You know, I was thinking about an interesting thing. Like his break, if you don't hit a team, he'll send you a pack of cards.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it'd be sort of cool. Although it would take some tracking during the auction. If you do a thing where if you don't hit any player for your team, you hit like the bonus prize. You hit like a graded Jaden Daniels card or something like that. It's unlikely to happen. You're probably all going to hit a player from your team.
Mm-hmm.
But you almost like if you're like, it gives more bidding for the team who's like the Cardinals or something. If you don't hit your team, not the Cardinals, the Titans. So if you don't hit any Titans players, then you win the bonus.
You're talking about any Titans players whatsoever?
Yeah, anything in the break.
Yeah. I think there's probably still allocated the same almost per team though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying like if you got that Titans team for $2 compared to a $35 team, I'm not saying you're more chance of not hitting a player. Yeah. Although there's less inserts, but the base cards should be pretty equal. I think that'd be an interesting way to do it.
Go for it.
So, I mean, but the only problem is like when you're doing the break, you have to know like what every team hit.
Yeah.
As the breaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
As you're going to, right. It's true.
I might need an assistant like you on your end doing that.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's an interesting thing to do. Maybe for a future break.
There you go.
When you come up, we'll do one and we'll do that.
We'll see. I want to be like the stats guy. It's just like doing all your grunt work.
All you do is get a chart with 32 teams. You just check it off. It's not super hard work over there.
Yeah. Well, it sounds really riveting, Keith. You know, I can't wait to come down and do that, but
you can have a beer as long as you can keep track of the list.
Maybe if I get a cut of the yeah. Anyway. All right,
guys. So we'll be back with a draft next week. I guess we're back to a movie draft. We didn't. Okay. Oh, cool, man. All right. Awesome. What do I have tomorrow night? So I got the I forgot to mention the Dibbed It Threads Ray Train, Andy.
Okay.
I got some banger shirts, some Harley shirts. I got a vintage single stitched London like Harley shirt. Got a cool like 36 knucklehead on front. Pretty cool one. Okay. And then a Playa de Carmen Harley that's a little more modern. So I got enough other stuff, band shirts, a lot of Ford Mustang kind of stuff.
Okay. I'll keep an eye open.
7:00 Eastern time, but we're running from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. all day, 30-minute shifts. So
cool.
Better be there, Andy. See you there.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Oh.